Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Height, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, welcome back to the Baseball Hut 2, and hopefully you like this video and hit that subscribe button. So, the Toronto Blue Jays are now 1-1 away from winning the World Series, and someone that's going to have to completely crow is Michael Kay, who is obviously the main broadcaster, main play-by-play man at the Yes Network, and a talk show host for ESPN Radio in New York. Be interesting to see. He's not responded, as far as I know, in a dramatic way about the Blue Jays one win away or just getting into the World Series. But he said some really nasty things about the Blue Jays, saying they weren't a first place team. Well, they are one win away from the World Series. They're a World Series team, and they haven't won a World Series in 32 years. They're right on the edge now of getting that final win that they need. But Yes Network is making changes. I don't know if this will include Michael Kay, but again, we talked about the Yes Network and their cavalcade of analysts. They got it's like a clown car. About 50 guys come out. You never know who's going to come out. If you play for the Yankees for get like half a third of an inning, you're a broadcaster. Get one at bat with the Yankees, you're a broadcaster. You play in the game in the outfield for half an inning, you're a broadcaster. Cameron Maybin got a shot as a broadcaster. He wasn't even Yankee that long, like a month. But I'm not exaggerating. But here we have from awful announcing. Yes Network drops 3 Yankees analysts, including John Flaherty. I was kind of prepared for it, so I think that helped. Well, they still have David Cohn. They still have Paul O'Neill. A lot of guys got let go. Yes Network has decided to move on from New York Yankees analyst John Flaherty after 2 decades as a prominent member of their broadcast crew. Andrew Marchand of The Athletic was first to report the news Wednesday afternoon. In addition to Flaherty, The Athletic reports Yes Network also won't be bringing back part-time analyst Jeff Nelson and Dave Valley next year. Where did Dave Valley play for the Yankees? I remember him playing for the Yankees. Flaherty went straight into the booth after spending 3 seasons with the Yankees to conclude a 14-year playing career as a catcher in 2005. He was a well-regarded analyst. He even filled in as a play-by-play voice on occasion with Michael Kay and Ryan Ruocco when they were unavailable. But after Yes declined to pick up an option in his contract earlier this year, Flaherty told The Athletic he wasn't surprised by the decision to move on. I was kind of prepared for it, so I think that helped, Flaherty said. It quickly went from the reality that you are not going to be back to a great run for 20 years to go right from retiring as a player to right into the booth in 2006 and stay with the same network for 20 years. I just became very grateful for what a long and great run it has been at Yes, and being connected with the Yankees all those years. He's going to get a job pretty easily. Certainly will. Without Flaherty, Nelson, and Valley, Yes is moving forward with a more condensed rotation of analysts, featuring David Cohn, Paul O'Neill, and Joe Girardi. According to The Athletic, Kay is expected to call approximately 135 games next season. Ruocco said to have around 15 games on the schedule. Continues one of the best number 2 announcers in baseball. One of the biggest complaints about the Yes Network's Yankee broadcasts over the years has been the large rotating cast of analysts, who are often featured. In contrast, the crosstown rival New York Mets have offered a steadier trio of Gary Cohn, Ron Darling, and Keith Hernandez since 2006, earning themselves the honor of often being considered the best booth in baseball. They made a mistake if they said 2005, but SNY wasn't around in 2005. I would mention the Mets do have a couple guys that they have on reserve. The Mets have Steve Gelbs, who does play-by-play, but he's okay play-by-play. And they had Todd Zeal. He fills in. He filled in for Keith during the month of September when Keith was sick. And then there's Daniel Murphy, who's pretty good. Murphy's going to be good when he finally decides to do it full-time. He's going to be really good. That's sort of what they had. But those guys don't do many games. Just they fill in here and there. It was never a knock against Flaherty or any individual analyst, but the large rotation would inherently disrupt cohesion and chemistry. Opted to move forward with just Cohn, O'Neill, and Girardi next season on Yes should help to finally answer one of the most frequent criticism against the Yankees TV crew. Well, when you have 40 different analysts, I remember we had Al Leiter was there, Ken Singleton was there, Yeah, a whole bunch of Cameron Maven, a whole bunch of guys. A whole bunch of guys. So many players from the past that would come in and just do games, and you're like, who the hell is this? You know, David Cohn's really good. David's probably the star of that booth. To be honest with you, David's great. I would love to see him do the Mets games, but he's with the Yankees. I know that the big reason he does broadcast, I think, because Keith and Ronnie probably inspired him to be in the booth. But thank you for watching this video, and of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Hut 2, and I'll see you later.